Back here in Falmouth, the Harwich Mariners pick up a 4-1 victory to stop the two-game losing skid. I'm here with Zach Preisner, who continues to swing a hot bat at the plate. Zach, big home run tonight, go-ahead home run. Really been feeling it at the plate. What's been the difference?
We got a lot of really good players on this team, really good coaches that have been around a lot of guys, and just picking their brains and asking them what they think is going on with the swing, and then putting that into play, and it's worked out so far. So.
Take us what was going through your mind on that home run, because you got a really good pitch to hit, ended up driving over the fence, and it proved to be a difference in this one.
Yeah. He tried to come inside on me, and as Coach just said, flat Zach. I tried to be flat through the zone, and it goes on its own when you do that. So I'm glad it went out.
Time winding down on the season, so every single game is of utmost importance. This is a big win for you guys today to get back in the right direction. What's the mindset of the team going into this final stretch?
Just one at a time. We know we have a really good group of guys here, a really good team, and we're excited to get to the playoffs if that's going to happen. So just one game at a time, not going to scoreboard watch or anything like that. We want to be here. We want to win the whole thing, and we're excited to get through the home stretch here.
M's 4-1 winners tonight here in Falmouth, joined by Zach Preisner. I'm Colin Casey.
Fans, earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. In-person and high-flex classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in business, accounting, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Mariners still looking for that first victory of the season against the Brewster Whitecaps. Again, this is the team that the Mariners essentially booted out of the playoffs in 2019, just taking that final spot over the Whitecaps. Tim, they had a ton of late season games, very reminiscent of this year, that proved to be the difference. And this time around, it looks like both these teams are on a collision course to meet in the playoffs, but the Mariners need to take care of business and just secure that all-important clinching victory to get them in the postseason.
It would go a long ways to be able to win today and keep Brewster from building that lead in first, because if you're Harwich, you really want to try to take home field advantage down the stretch here from the Whitecaps. Losing yesterday hurt. Winning today would really help, and really the last time the Mariners and Whitecaps played here at White House Field, that was arguably Harwich's best game against the Whitecaps of the season. They put up great fight. Of course, had a lot of late game fight as they tried to come back late in that one, but couldn't get it done.
Zach Preisner lines one into center field. He is 2 for 2. I don't think there's a hotter bat in this Mariners lineup than Preisner. He's on with a leadoff single.
No, there really isn't. For all the praise we've been giving a lot of these other bats that have been electric recently for Harwich, Zach Preisner far and away has just been unbelievable. I mean, across his last 9 games for Harwich, 12 for 30. That's just coming into today, and now he's already 2 for 2.
So in steps a 9-hitter, Matt McDermott, who hit the ball hard his last time up. It was knocked down by the pitcher, Owen, for the out at first, and McDermott watches a breaking ball in for a called strike.
And he's gone back to that a few times, Owen, where he'll sauce that rainbow right over the strike zone to try to get ahead in the count early on.
Matt McDermott, 1 for 21 to start his stay here in Harwich. This one dropping quickly out in shallow right field. It's going to fall. The throw comes to second. It's close, and Newell's able to beat, or Preisner's able to beat it. So that one will count as a base hit as it fell between the right fielder Lanzilli and the second baseman Biddison. Not exactly how McDermott drew it up, but he'll take it any way he can get it.
Yeah, anytime you're having a bit of a slump at the plate, you take a single hit, and who knows what that can do for your confidence. I mean, he had to feel good after his last at-bat, the way he was able to lace one. Unfortunately hit Owen, as you mentioned, Colin, but able to get a fortunate drop there and puts Harwich in a good spot here to try to regain the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Just shows how crazy of a game baseball is. You hit one on the screws, it ends up being an out. You hit a high pop-up, you end up reaching base via single. First pitch to Kavanaugh, misses down and in. Press Kavanaugh, 0 for 1, popped out in the first, drew a walk, and was stranded at third in the second. Mariners looking to reclaim the lead after jumping out in front 2-0 in the home half of the second before Brewster tied it In the top of the third, Kavanaugh watches an 89-mile-an-hour fastball from Owen right down the gut.
And again, if you're Harwich, this is a situation where you feel like you have to get runs across at this point. There's no outs. You have runners on first and second, and any scoreless inning here would hurt this Harwich team.
Left-hander Greg Ferrone in the bullpen right now for the Whitecaps. 1-1 is chopped foul off to the right. Ferrone just one appearance, so we could be seeing his second appearance with the team. But it was a good one, Tim, as he struck out the side. Just who you might want to turn the ball over to in a close game. Your coach, Shevchik.
Certainly so. And then, of course, how far a pitcher goes is always a question. As you get later into the season, you want to really be careful with your bullpen management, making sure that you have guys lined up for that first game of the playoffs.
1-2 is flared out to shallow center field, falling quickly, and it will drop. Holding at third is Preisner. The throw comes in and is cut off by Owen. 3 straight singles to begin the 4th inning for the Mariners. Now the bases are loaded once again for Tatum Levens.
Yeah, and as he was able to draw a walk in this position last time, I'm sure he'd be happy with a walk here, but you have to imagine he's going to be looking for a lot more. He got a pretty good look at the pitcher in Owen last time around, drawing that walk, seeing a lot of his pitches. So Levens this time around, you have to imagine that he's going to give you a little bit more when it comes to trying to move runners around the bases here.
Working from the windup is Owen. First pitch. Breaking ball just misses, and Owen can't believe it.
It's worked for him a few times, and he's typically been able to get that, but clearly frustrated as he couldn't there.
Levens 2 walks so far. No official at-bat. 1-0, that one's over.
Yeah, that just caught that outside corner.
Mariners with 2 grand slams as a team this season. The 1-1. Misses down. Levens, of course, formerly of LaSalle, soon to be Pittsburgh, after the Explorers folding their baseball program. The 2-1. Big swing. Levens comes up empty. Nearly lost his helmet.
Yeah, after seeing 3 straight off-speed pitches, finally gets a fastball high up in the zone and tries to chase after it, but could not make the adjustment on the 15-mile-an-hour difference from the changeup to the fastball.
Owens 2-2. Called strike 3, and Levens is livid. Breaking ball apparently caught the outside corner, and there's a huge out number 1 for Owen and the Whitecaps.
I mean, if you're Owen, that is, as you said, Colin, that's huge to be able to record an out like that. And now you have a chance here for a double play. That opens up that possibility, and you stand a chance to get out of the inning with no damage being done. But this is a very difficult part of the lineup here for Harwich. Bringing up now to bat, Wilkin, Phillips, Newell. 3 guys who are the biggest home run threats in this lineup.
First pitch to Wilkin, misses low. Mariners as a team hitting .313 with the bases loaded this season coming into today. Preisner standing at third, McDermott at second, Press Kavanaugh at first. 1-0. Wilkin hits it hard on the ground. Faltini backhands it. The throw to second is wild, and everyone is safe. In to score is Zach Preisner. Harwich regains the lead. It's now 3-2.
Well, that's what Brock Wilkin does in some regards as well. You know, a well-hit ball that forces Faltini to come all the way over, and plenty of credit to him being able to stretch over and make that grab on a hot shot. But the throw with not a lot of time with the speed from Press Kavanaugh racing down to second base. So really well done by these Harwich runners here to keep everyone safe.
That'll be scored in RBI single for Brock Wilkin because there really was no play for Trey Faltini despite the great effort deep in the hole. So tack on another RBI on the season for Wilkin. First pitch to Phillips, gets away. Bolting home is McDermott. The slide, he's safe. The ball gets away, and everyone else will stay. But what an aggressive move from Matt McDermott to score from third on the ball that did not get very far away from the catcher Byrne. It's 4-2.
Matt McDermott making an excellent play there. Of course, good awareness. He's got a lot of speed, being a second baseman, and he's able to charge in as soon as he realizes that ball is far enough away from the catcher and Byrne. Really heads up play from a guy who is trying to maintain a presence in this Mariners lineup.
So Wilkin up to second, Kavanaugh at third. And the infield coming in for Brewster with one down. Owens 1-0. Lined into right center, that's a base hit. Kavanaugh scores. Here comes Wilkin behind him. The throw is late. Wilkin slides in safely. It's a 2-run single for Dylan Phillips. Back here one final time in Brewster, where the Whitecaps storm back to improve to 4-0 on the season against their bitter rival, the Harwich Mariners. Final score 8-4 in this one. And Tyler, just another chapter to a frustrating book for the Mariners this season when it comes to the Brewster Whitecaps.
Yeah, and that is, again, tomorrow, the final page of that book is going to be written for the regular season, and it's going to be important because there's a huge difference between winning the last game of the regular season and going into the playoffs, if you make it, with that mentality, as opposed to going into the playoffs knowing this is a team that you have not been able to beat, that you're 0-5 against. So, again, for Harwich, they got to do whatever they can to reset, come back tomorrow, and try to pick up a win.
4 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, and 13 runners left on base by the Harwich Mariners at 13. Certainly an unlucky number for Harwich this afternoon. Brewster with 8 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors, all committed by Trey Faltini in the same inning, and 11 left on base, but Faltini more than making up for it at the plate, reaching base 3 times and walking in a run. Winning this one goes to John Mikolajczyk in his debut. Gets the victory, comes in, and a beneficiary of that big offensive outburst in the 8th inning, a 5-run 8th inning for Brewster, which saw Harwich manager Steve Englert ejected from the ball game. Losing pitcher Liam Simon falls to 1-1 on the season. The Notre Dame right-hander responsible for the go-ahead run coming across in that bottom of the 8th inning. No save to give out. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 40 minutes is how long it took for the Brewster Whitecaps to take down the Harwich Mariners once again. Final score 8-4 for our producer Chris Cassidy. For my broadcast partner Tyler Henry, I'm Colin Casey. Same 2 teams will be in action tomorrow night at 5:30 in Harwich at White House Field, where the Mariners will once again try to lock up a spot in the 2021 Cape Cod Baseball League postseason. But for now, so long everyone. We appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow night.